Honestly, probably the funniest taunt I've ever seen. Anyway, this is New York Brewery at night Manhunt, and we're playing as my psychology teacher from the new DLC. Let's do this.
Round 1. Your objective is to hide with your teammates. Avoid being killed.
Now, the Highlander, or my psychology teacher as I like to call him, seemed to be a very violent person when I had him last year. I know he wasn't really a teacher who would go around beating kids, but I could always sense the fact that in his personal life, he was a very violent person. I'm sure he's thrown a few punches, knocked out a few teeth, and we're going to see if that's true at the beginning of this Manhunt game. But first off, I'm going to blend out in this blend group. I'm going to land a few points and gather up a little bit of energy before I have to apply my fist to the faces of the carpenter. I think that guy up there might be one of my pursuers. I'm not too sure though. Let's see if he does anything intelligent in an effort to try to kill me. Nope, he's going to start a chase, hop in a hay bale, and I couldn't resist socking him in his stupid face right there. I'm going to break stealth though, and people are going to know who I am. So it's going to break out into an all-out fist fight right here. I'm just going to go around and hurt people in the back of their necks. Run into an offensive smoke bomb right here, but that doesn't matter. I'm just going to punch a few more people. That's 4 right there, and unfortunately, I didn't notice that guy just getting up off the floor until it was too late. Last second, I was smashing square, and I didn't manage to land a 5th stun right there, but I already have a handful of points, and the game hasn't even been going on for too long. Now I'm going to respawn in one of my favorite anti-aerial spots in the whole map. If you guys don't play a lot of Manhunt or you're not too experienced in it, it's always a good idea to hang out in blend groups in an area where you can't be aerialed, and this is one of them. There are also quite a few escape routes and chase breakers nearby, but I'm just going to chill out for a second, wait for the carpenters to show their faces. Let's see if they take a more stealthy approach this time. But before they show up, let's talk about my set smoke bombs, because smoke bombs on Manhunt defense are just a given. Anima shield and throwing knives. You want to run anima shield against annoying offensive smoke bombing opponents because your throwing knife mutes aren't going to do anything with smoke in the way. Anyway, some dude's going to jump off the wall. I'm going to try to go in for the stun. He's going to kill a random beaver. Unfortunately, one of his teammates rolled in the way, and I'm just going to take an honorable death. But, like I was saying, high-level players tend to be offensive smoke bombing idiots these days, and I expected them to be doing the same, so I packed some anima shield. It looks like I'm not going to need it, though, because these people aren't as intelligent as I thought they'd be. As you can see, 2 of them just run through the doorway straight past me. I'm going to try to chase this guy down, but don't need to land the stun right there. My smoke bomb, for some reason, doesn't deploy right there, and I just take another honorable death. Now, to be honest, the anima shield in this game would be completely useless, because even when I do get offensive smoke bomb, I just don't pop it, and these people aren't going to smoke very often. So I guess it turns out that anima shield's a wasted ability in this game, but I always like to take it for a precautionary measure because people like to throw smokes these days. Speaking of smokes, get stunned, sir, and this dude doesn't throwing knife mute correctly because I still managed to contest his kill. If he was just a little bit more out of range though, he would have got an uncontested, probably higher scoring kill. Anyway, I'm sick of getting killed. There hasn't been enough action, so let's take a walk outside, get a breath of fresh air, and look at the beautiful night sky. We're going to chill out in this blind group for a moment and wait for our ever so stealthy pursuers to show their faces. You know, when they first announced night maps, I thought it'd be kind of stupid. It's just a change in the look of the map and not really how the map plays. And even though that's true, these maps still look kind of pretty and are a nice sight to see when you've been playing the same maps for quite a while for a few months. But I think the whispers are going to be kicking in a second. And oh, looks like it's chase time. Well, I'm going to pull off something really clever right here. Just going to get a naked stun on this dude. And this guy is just going to jump straight over me. Now it's time to run because I have 2 pursuers on me and no smoke bomb. I could throw a knife mute, but throwing knives only work on 1 person. So there's an out of sight escape right here. And I'm going to pick up the hidden escape by chilling out in this blend group along with a greater variety. Now, real men don't run away from their problems. Real men punch people in the face because they can get points for it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do right here. Naked stun right here. That guy's going to kill random civilians, so get punched in the face, sir. This dude looks like he's lagging because he was running in place for a second. Get throwing knife muted. And it's time to leave the premises because a lot of people are kind of angry at me. Now, some super Ubisoft shenanigans are going to occur right here. Even though that chase breaker's closed, pursuers are going to come pouring through it, and it's time to punch more face. There we go. 2 stuns and offensive smoke bomb. I didn't pop my anima shield because I didn't think it was necessary. So thanks for the offensive smoke bomb, dude. I really appreciate it. And that's quite a few stuns and 2 escapes in a single life, along with a streak bonus. Not too bad. Anyway, I'm going to hang out in this blend group for a second because my hand's really hurting and I think someone's tooth is lodged in one of my knuckles. So as I wait for my pursuers to reappear, I'm just going to go ahead and pull some of them out. Okay, that does not look healthy. Ew. Okay, well, looks like one of my teammates is going to run by and it looks like he needs a little bit of help. So I'm going to ignore the pain in my hand and land 3 more stuns. Hello, naked stun. And we're going to pop our smoke bomb and land 2 more because these people are just very skilled at this game. And now it's time to leave. There's one more pursuer right over there, and I'm not going to go after him because my throwing knife just got ready. I'm going to see if he chases me so I can land one more throwing knife mute before the game ends, but it looks like that's not going to happen. And with only 3 seconds left, I'm just going to pop my enemy shield for fun, and it looks like that's the end of the defensive round. 8,580 points. That's not something that happens every day, to be honest, because I'm not exactly a Manhunt player, but I think that's a pretty good score. And let's move on to the offensive round, where I can truly let out the violence in my psychology teacher's heart.
Your objective is to work as a team to kill your targets.
We're packing firecrackers, wipe, and throwing knives on offense because if you need smoke bombs to kill someone, then you suck. Anyway, carpenters are all the way across the map, so as I traverse, I'm going to explain the fact that I'm using 2 abilities that reveal people because, well, wipe stops smoke bombs from being deployed if you use it preemptively, and firecrackers helps break people's locks. Theoretically, sometimes it doesn't work because they have their crosshairs on you, but firecrackers is supposed to break locks to help get some uncontested kills. Now, even though I know exactly who this guy is, I'm going to pop a wipe anyway for 2 reasons. One, he might have had a smoke bomb ready and saw me coming. Apparently not, though, because he doesn't contest my kill. But wipes can be used to stop smokes instead of animus shield, so I can run firecrackers instead. And also, if he was clever, then he would have used a disguise right off the bat on defense and hung out in a blend group with another carpenter in it, and I would have given him a lure and he would have gotten a free stun. That's just something you can do if you're actually clever at the game, but apparently this guy was not. Same with this guy, he's going to hang out in a blend group without any other carpenter, so it's going to be pretty easy to pick him out. Although I'm not going to go straight for the kill. I'm going to hang out in his line of sight for a little bit, build up to a discreet. I'm going to see one of my teammates just got a kill. So to get the multi-kill bonus, I'm going to hop up on the railing and earn an acrobatic for 200 instead of the standard 100 point kill. And it looks like after I run up these stairs that one of my teammates is chasing someone down. I'm going to cut him off because luckily the lock stays on long enough and earn myself an aerial. I'm still going for bonuses for extreme variety, even though I already got an extreme variety because I forget these things. I got an extreme variety on my first kill, so it looks like I won't be needing this incognito hidden right here to count towards it. It would be nice if they had a variety above extreme variety because it's really easy to get EVs in this game. But that guy disguised right in front of me, so it's pretty obvious to tell who he was. And even if he disguised earlier, I still would have been able to tell he was a person because he hopped out of a hay bale, as can be noted by the fact that after you jump out of hay bales, hay falls off your body. You can replay that if you don't believe me. But NPCs generally, I've seen it glitch up once or twice. NPCs don't jump out of hay bales, so if you see hay falling off someone's body, that means they came out of a hay bale, which probably means that they're a person who deserves to die. Speaking of people who deserve to die, this dude is running around a little too much, so let's chase him down. Whoa, alright, I have no idea where that guy came from, but Manhunt is not the place for teleport, sir, so take a bullet to the face. And it looks like someone needs to be cut off. Do you ever let go of your R1 button, sir? It might be a good idea to do that. Anyway, since Manhunt has multiple targets, sometimes I accidentally run in people's line of sight because it's hard to keep track of all 4 people. And that's exactly what's going to happen right here. I'm going to run in someone's line of sight as I'm switching to them as my target. Because if you run in someone's line of sight and they're not your target, then a chase won't be started. And I'm going to get caught in a smoke bomb and punched in the face right here. Although that's not exactly something I approve of. So I'm going to throwing knife this guy, run up to him. I'm going to try to stay in the blend group long enough for a hidden, but that doesn't work. So I'm only going to pick up a basic 200 point kill, which isn't very good, but I guess it's better than nothing. And moving on, there's an enemy up in the hay bale, and if you watch closely, hay is falling off his body when he hops out. And unfortunately my teammate gives him a lure, and his face is applied to the railing. And I'm going to take a contested kill right here just to avenge him a little bit, and no revive for me because he got up quick enough. Anyway, Newark Brewery has a lot of spots where you can't be aerialed, so when you're on defense, you'd expect people to act a little more stealthy than the people I'm playing against right now. But people have asked me about abilities before in AC3, so on offense, besides firecrackers and wipe, you can also use disguise for better players. If you're playing with a full team, then disguise poison is actually a pretty good idea, because I would only use poison on teams that you know and trust, because a lot of random people like to steal those things. They see the poison sign right above someone's head and they're like, that's a free kill right there. So don't use poison unless you're playing on a team with people you trust. Accidental chase again right here. But disguise, good for not getting a contested poison, or actually contested poisons don't exist. Good for not getting your face punched in when you try to go in for a poison. And in any game mode, Morph's actually a pretty good offense and defense ability. Defense obviously because you got a lot of duplicates, but it's also good offensively because if you lock someone in a blend group and hit your Morph button, then everyone except for that person, unless it's a huge blend group, will turn into a duplicate of you, so you can identify and kill someone using Morph that way. And Decoy is also a good offensive and defensive ability, because whether your pursuer or target kills it, they're unable to interact with you by pushing square or X on the Xbox, so you can get a free kill or stun that way. and it looks like I'm approaching my target, who's going to be popping into my line of sight right about now. Hopefully that quick overview will help you murder people like I do. And speaking of murder, I'm going to use an unnecessarily large amount of abilities right here to kill this guy. The wipe was so he wouldn't pop a smoke bomb, and the firecrackers was to make it so I wouldn't get a contested kill, because I built all the way up to an incognito. Unfortunately, he still contested me anyway. His crosshairs were probably over me. But it's time to move on and murder someone else. I'm going to get an uncontested kill right here, because I managed to curve my throwing knife around the wall for some reason. And with only a few seconds left in the game, I see on my compass that some dude's hanging out in the hay bale. I just, for some reason, knew that this guy was here. And I'm going to start a chase, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to get an extra few points before the game ends and murder the man in the hay bale. He thought he could be stealthy right there. And that's what my psychology teacher does on the night shift, because teachers in California aren't very well paid. So it looks like my psychology teacher's an assassin in the meantime, scoring 12,680 points to end the game. I'm pretty sure that's not in the same currency that teachers get paid in, but whatever. So after I stuffed all those tips into one gameplay, I hope you guys learned something from today's video. If you want to follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/StealthShampoo for all the latest updates on my channel, then go ahead, link is in the description. Two of my older videos are going to pop up on the screen for a second. Thank you guys for watching. Here's the score. I'm Nikki, and I will see you all some other time.